Hello. Hello, everyone. Yarek, Tatiana, Michelle, everyone who is with me online on Zoom. And hello, everybody who is watching me at present on the YouTube. Welcome. If you have any question, you can always drop message. If you have any, you can drop message into the chat on YouTube or ask any question while we are live on Sangha. I had one question that came from Instagram. It is related about how do you understand the genuine sincerity, or how do you know somebody is genuine? That can apply into many cases. I have another question today. Let me read it. What are the difference between a guru, a yogi, an acharya, a teacher? Are there different label? Namaskaram. And these are two questions I have for today. One question, what is the difference between acharya and a teacher? There's a meaning actually lays in the itself in name. There are people have different definitions for a different thing. What is the difference between a guru? Guru, you can call it a somebody who provide you the guidance to your path, or who develops the gunas in you. Gunas who makes you aware of your nature, who makes you aware of all the gunas and your inner nature, swadharma, and that teaches you about dharma, guides you, and reaches you to the when you are rooted in your own element and have ability to transcend beyond the gunas, in my opinion. That what I will consider as a guru, who is basically a holding your hand, supporting gardener. Overall, spiritual transformation will not lie, maybe considered sometime bit harsh, not patronize you, but supportive to you same time. And a yogi is more of sense of unity, who is nothing to do as a teacher. Guru considered as a teacher, you passing the knowledge from one to other, like from Guru Sisya Parampara, like I listen from my teacher, teacher become the Guru. My teacher can also be an yogi, my teacher can also be a Guru. Guru is like my respect towards to the teacher. And yogi is his own embodiment of the person who is self-aware, self-acknowledged, and aligned with the five elements or five gunas, the nature of the person, or who understand all the three gunas of themselves, have a mastery over its own senses, aware or mindful of the senses, not you do it two asanas and then you call yourself a yogi. That's not a yogi. Modern day You go to a yoga class, you do a good yoga asana practice, and next thing you know, the yogi name comes along behind it or ahead of it. Yogi was something who is not affected, living the nature, not affected by the emotions, the all of the senses. You can call it the uh, hunger, the thirst, the hearing, not hearing, the smell, the body temperature. Those things not really affect the person who have a transcend the mind from the ability from sensory reaction, but that does not mean the person doesn't have emotions or the sensation. Yogis still have the sensation, but not affected by them. They still have the emotions, but emotions doesn't rule. So there is some people say yogi who does not have emotions. That's not correct translation. Or the person who have transcended its nature or the ability to non-reactive nature. Person who have evolved from non-reactive can withhold his own emotions and understand the sensations of the senses. You can call it reaching beyond the sense limitation of individual existence that considered as in a yogi and who practicing a sense of unity or uniting all the senses with elements of the energy, the prana. Every sense have a prana. Prana and sense relationship is balanced. There is no imbalance in the sensory present. That can also be considered at the yogi. Some people say the yogi is the one who have developed the ability to mend the elements. That is impossible because the fire nature is to burn. No matter you are a saint or the young or old yogi or a sadhu, you put a hand in the fire, it will burn you. But its inner translation is person who have mastered the energetic manipulation of five elements within their body through the practices that affects the senses of the person. But now they said you should show it outside. It's all internal. There is nothing external in terms of a yogi definition. And the person who is also yogi is considered is there is a sense of harmony in the presence. Now, word into a teacher. Teacher can teach you a skill. That's the basically means teacher is not a equivalent as guru or as in yogi. Teacher is basically who teaching you an skill or uh, some form of training that you can call a teacher who is have interest only in teaching whatever they have but no interest of a implementation where it comes in a yogi and a guru they are implementing the ethos and values. I give you an example. When you go to a school, I know many yoga teachers in that sense. They will say smoking, when you talk about non-violence, the ahimsa, the yama and niyamas, the saucha, and all the principles of yama and niyamas, and yoga is all about your health. I will consider most yoga practitioner who may call themselves as yogi or a acharya as a teacher because they teaching to earn, not living. Teaching, you can tell them, please don't smoke. smoking is not good for your lungs, but they themselves smoking. That you can call a teacher. Their teaching is they are just delivering the message or the skill, but no implementation in their own life. When you go to the normal education system, like when you go to class 5 high school, and they're talking about health and safety, or you can call about biology teacher teaching the importance of the lungs, okay, and how your health operates. The person is unhealthy themselves, some of them, not all, and the person knowingly knowing and teaching the message of the not to smoke because it will damage your lungs. And what damages the lung? They're saying smoking, all the pollution and everything, but they themselves live in a very polluted environment and also smoking regularly. That you can call it as a teacher. There's just a skill delivery. Now, Acharya was considered as the somebody who will use all the effort and ability to create a character. Acharan is creating a skill, same time living with an example. So the somebody who is behavior pattern will acharya will also impose the making sure that your behavior pattern changes. They will basically, you can call it deprogramming you and reprogramming you same time to have the alignment of your lifestyle and values to the practices that you are doing, and they are also living with those ethos and values. Double, I will consider as the acharya whose focus is also creating a character, a personality, whatever path you are on. In context of yogi, it doesn't matter. They are more self um, transformation about their self, and they teaches about or they can share a your self transformation. It happens or not happen, none of their business. Where the guru will have a completely different approach to it. I hope it makes sense. Second, about how do you know about somebody is genuine or sincere? Majority of the time, why would you bother if somebody is genuine or not genuine? If you like, you should remain open and receptive. If you start judging if somebody is genuine and not genuine, is person genuine, not genuine is irrelevant. But the message genuine is should be more considerate, in my opinion, William. There was a question asked by my student called William, I think. William, is important what message is genuine or not genuine, that your focus should be. Sometimes there are people who is very not very genuine, and they may say some message that is very relevant and very genuine to the time. So would you consider it or not consider it? In my opinion, no matter where the message is coming from and what is the intention behind it, if the message is correct and relevant, I will act upon it. So it's not always coming from a genuine person or not genuine person. Everybody who is genuine also have possibility to be a non-genuine. Not if you think, I believe you believe strongly into the one religion, whatever religion you are believing, whatever message coming from that person, You will consider that person is very genuine. A same person who does not believe in that religion or follow that religion or your belief system will not consider the person genuine as well as the message genuine. So it becomes a bit contradictory in my opinion. So genuine is all depend on individual projection, perception, and relatability, and your how receptive and open you are for a self-learning and self-transformation. I can give you an example. Let's say the you believe in a some particular ethos, your belief system is very particular, and your messenger is also very particular. Every message coming from that person and itself the person, both you will consider them as very genuine. Person who does not believe in it, you will not consider that person will not consider is genuine. Similarly, you will not consider from any other belief system is genuine. But there are some people who is believing the message as well as the person is genuine. So it's very difficult. All you can do, in my personal opinion, remain receptive, open, and accepting whatever message is coming. If it's going to transform you, going to help you, and you think or you feel it can be very beneficial for your growth, your transformation, or short term and long term. Follow it. If it doesn't work, don't follow it. So important part is how you relate with yourself. Important part is how comfortable and confident you are, how open and receptive you are. I wouldn't really put too much intellectual into it, analyzing is this person genuine, is the message genuine, if it sounds genuine, aligns with you, looks good at you, and if you think it's gonna help you, act upon it. If it doesn't, drop it. So very easiest and simplest way. Now, if you don't like my answer is genuine, don't listen to it. Forget about it. If you think if my answer is genuine, act upon it. If you think the me is genuine, like it, not like it makes no difference to me. What is important is the message and not the place where it's coming from. What is the message? That is more important. Sometimes we get hung up on who said it. What difference does it make? Who said it? Either somebody from a 5-year-old can say, "Son, fire is hot." Somebody very elderly person can say fire is hot, and somebody very uneducated person can say fire is hot. A very highly intelligent person can say fire is hot. It makes no difference. You know, fire is hot. It burns. Irrelevant who said it. What important is the message. So sometimes you can get hung up where is coming from, who said it. Sometimes you go along to listen to the same story. Listen to the same story and different mouthpieces. It's coming out from different mouths. Same message. Sometimes only it happens it you are available to hear it. Maybe your energy does not align with other people who have said the same message. Your energy only align with a certain type of individuals. and then you are open and receptive, and you receive that message, it changes your life or it helps you in your life. So I will consider focus more on the message, not on the way it comes from. You want to drink water when you're thirsty, not find out what is the source of the water. You can spend time looking for the source of the water, you die with a thirst. So satisfy the thirst first and get understanding. Then you look for the source. You can find out which water you don't like. You like maybe a special source of the water. But when you are thirsty, what will be the first uh, importance for somebody who's thirsty to do? Drink water, satisfy the thirst. And then you look for it. I don't like this water, and you go for search as long as you remain alive and remain in the body and maintain the consciousness. Similarly, in the path of yoga, similarly, in the path of yoga, you meditate. You don't like meditation or particular meditation, change it. Don't hold on. Otherwise, you are trying to create a hole in the wall or open the gate that there is none exist. Maybe your energy does not align with that practice. Maybe find it. You may come back to it if you feel it's going to help you. But you hold on to it because it comes from a very special person and you know it's not working. And you just hold on to it because it becomes your identity. And very hard once you create any identity to let go that identity. You put every effort, everything you will do it to maintain that identity because that's the only thing that you have in relation to the practice, in relation to your belief system, in relation to your social. Can you imagine the amount of effort you put to maintain your social structure, social prestige, and you do lots of things that actually you say, I oh now I'm so free when I don't have to do it. Showcasing. Same principle applies into many spiritual practices. Somebody start practicing the going every morning, some rigid practice, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's winter time. If you want to sleep, sleep. Who tells you that you have to wake up only 4 o'clock and God will be awake at that time and then can give you enlightenment? It makes no difference. God is never sleeping. Divine energy is never sleeping. But only difference is maybe at the 4 o'clock, your atmosphere, the environment where you're living will be peaceful and prana will be high. Might be beneficial to your physical body. Waking up before sunrise is always good to your body. But if you don't do it for health reason, then they say you must do it because God will be happy. And you do it out of fear. Some people wake up and do yoga at 4 o'clock in the morning. I never hear that 4 o'clock yoga is good for you. Your joints are stiff, and especially in cold weather, muscles are tight, and you can't practice it. Dangerous. So wake up at 6 o'clock and do it yoga 6 o'clock. If you have a very hot climate, wake up at 4 o'clock and weather is very nice and calm, and your body will appreciate it. So important part of rigid practices you one should avoid. But you hold on to because my grandfather or my father or my teacher or where I studied yoga in the that ashram or the my book says wake up at 4 o'clock and do yoga. No, I wouldn't, and you hold on to it. Despite your lifestyle doesn't support you, maybe you train in India at 4 o'clock in the morning perfectly timed. Because if you don't wake up, somebody else will wake you up. There's chanting happening in temple, and they will all wake you up. So get up rather than laying in a bed thinking about. Get up, practice yoga, utilize the time. But now you have left your practice space, living in the very cold climate, and try to practice 4 o'clock yoga. Not practical. Or your body does not support you at having a cold shower at 4 o'clock in the morning outside. When there is no water available, you put a glass of water over you and it freezes, makes ice mountain. So it's not suitable, but you are holding on to the pattern that was given to you and trying to maintain. So it's not practical. And it freezes, makes ice mountain. So, okay, sorry, there was a hiccup. There's a two more questions came along. They are my yogi. Maybe you can ask the question. You could talk about Atma Kriya meditation. Is that the question?
Yes, that's the question.
And how does it work? What is the most, say it again?
No. What is the root, the transmission of that practice? I would like to know.
See? And what is the root of transmission? You know, Atma is yourself. Atma is yourself. Atma, you can call it Prana, the divine energy, or you can call the soul, or your individual consciousness. Kriya is the process. Meditation, you can call a medium of finding the ways. Very completely question that you asked, I was talking about the transmission. I had one Masta Baba. He was a Bengali teacher of mine. That was his practices, but also his base is Kriya Yoga of the practice. And Atma Kriya Yoga, with their guidance, with their help, what meditation anybody does, what you meditating for yourself, to get to know yourself. People trying to meditate to avoid themselves. My importance to meditate to know yourself, accept yourself. People try to kill the mind to the meditation. They don't want to have the mind, but I believe to the meditation is to have the mind. To have the mind that is available to you, focus, and the mind belongs to you, not collected mind. When you go to any meditation practice, first thing say, I don't like this monkey mind. I said, what you gonna do with meditation? I want to get rid of this mind. No, you can never get rid of the mind. All you can do is accept the mind and train the mind not to be monkey, to be a bit more calm, more available to you, not available to all the vrittis outside of your senses. So Atma is about making a greater and better awareness of yourself. and slowly, slowly becoming available to your mind, available to your intelligence, available to your emotions, available to your feelings and your sensations. When you don't accept yourself, you can't grow, you can't be who you are. So first part is accepting yourself, accepting your emotions, acknowledging your emotions, acknowledging your sensations of the body, and that is your mind. Once you acknowledge your mind, you create possibility for a transcending. Atma Kriya meditation is a getting to know yourself. Once you know self, who you are at present in real time, you create a possibility who you can become, who you can be. You plant a seed. You can change from a inside. So you can call it the a self-programming, not done by teacher, not by done by anyone. First, self-acceptance, self-acknowledgement, self-availability, and self-transformation. In the relation to the transmission is the two teachers. One is Master Baba and one is Dilip Ji, my grandfather. Those three teachers are very prominent teaching the skills. The later on, with the practices, myself refined it. The background, you can call it, goes to the Jnana Yoga, goes to Bhakti Yoga, it goes to Hatha Yoga, and goes to your Raj Yoga, all of them. But remember, any of those yogas you are doing, all the yogas are done because you are in the body. Atma Kriya meditation is all about your awareness of your self identity, who you think who you are, of your ego. Once you understand who you are, you can be free from it. Understanding your limitations. What you have a meditation, and the most meditation practices, people think, I want to have a quiet, peaceful mind. Quiet, peaceful mind is the byproduct, not the main practice of the meditation. Meditation main practice is acceptance of yourself. When you accept, there are a lot of distraction of the mind disappears. Loss of drama of the mind disappears. And the peace occurrence is natural. When you're practicing meditation, what you do, you chase. I want to be where in the future, I want to be at peace. I say, don't even chase the peace. Don't even chase the peace. I want to be kind. Don't chase the kindness. First, accept where you are, who you are, how you are. But people say it is very hard. And that is meditation. To denial of the self is not meditation. Running away from self is not meditation. Escapism is not meditation. Atma is yourself. Getting to know yourself is meditation. That is the process, any technique that can help you to get to know yourself. Once you know yourself, you can change, you can transform, or you can say, I don't like this. How can I be a greater and better human being? Or you hide your emotions. That's not meditation. You putting layer and layer of meditation on top of it. I want peace, so I put a showcase of the peace on me, say peace, peace. And how does it feel like to be peaceful? And how should I behave like peaceful? But actually, I'm not peaceful inside. I'm a volcano. It can erupt anytime. All it needs somebody to provoke it. Like I like to be peace is like, imagine like you like your house to be gold or blue or the red, you put paint over it, and somebody comes along with a little scratch, scratches you, and real colors are inside. So you put in, rather than putting layers of benefit of the meditation, don't put layers, just accept as you are, where you are, no reaction, no judgment, going to the gunatit, the bhavatit, which is your transcendental state of being, where the journey or the process that can help you to acknowledge, accept, and become aware of the self is Atma Kriya meditation. So there's no in the practice is nothing. There's no religion, no spirituality, no limitation. So yourself is abundance. If there is no mind, you feel abundance at the time. People say word Atma is to do with Hinduism. Are you not the self? I'm even talking about freeing yourself from Atma. I don't personally believe that you are not vibrant enough. Your consciousness is, my opinion, is not clean enough for even any divine being to come and live inside you, full of your nonsense of life. You full, your mind is so filled with there's no space for any higher vibration energy to live through it. So creating first space, freeing from the unwanted emotions to create more space for the happier, healthier, kinder emotion that is inside you, constantly buzzing, but there are so many heavy emotions are constantly suppressing them. So Atma is like a whoever you are living to your full potential through your senses and being in the society. That is a Atma Kriya meditation. Okay. I think you have practiced a couple of times while you were in India. So tell me, what was your experience of Atma Kriya meditation? Was there effort required?
No, it was effortless. That was something I really loved about that practice. Its simplicity and also the depth of that practice. That's why I wanted to learn something more about it.
So it was just only about you. It was not about anybody else. It was just only about your energy, your awareness. There was a practice that helping you to get closer to your own self. And yourself is peace. Yourself is kind. Yourself is compassionate. Yourself is warm. Yourself is abundance. Yourself is very light, not heavy. So when you get closer to yourself, if you are busy in creating a fantasy of meditation, you are not actually meditating. You are busy creating. Your life is every day you are creating all the time. You're busy doing. That was not doing, just holding the space for yourself to uh, to be. And that is the simplest technique. Kriyas are a process. There are many techniques the one can use, but if the complicated technique it is, imagine your mind will be very busy trying to making a castle in the out of sand. That doesn't, you keep doing it. So it's better not to make a castle. Just accept there is no castle and just be whatever it is or acknowledge it. So that was the practice. I hope you enjoyed the practice while you were doing training in India. And on that note, Pranam. Thank you, everyone.
Yogi, do you have time for that one last question? It seems it might be
Go ahead. Go ahead.
it came in over YouTube.
What is it?
I think somebody noticed your peacock feathers in the background and they wanted to understand what the symbolism of peacock feathers are.
Peacock feather is I just like them. Simplest answer. I can make up some story, but simplest answer is I just like peacock. I grew up in Vrindavan, so there are lots of peacocks. I like peacocks. I like the noise. I like the sound, but I personal opinion. I just like peacock feathers. So it's one of the feathers I like. And beyond, I don't really know. More than that, I don't know. Even my school logo have lots of peacock feathers. Even my personal logo have lots of peacock feathers in there. So I just like peacock feathers. And why I like them, peacock is a very elegant bird, and the peacock like very beautiful and blue color, and when it dances it looks very nice. Before he even trying uh, to attract the attention, he puts the feathers up and dances. It looks very nice. That was it for me. I liked it. I brought them. Somebody and then I have them. Simple answer, but complicated answer. Maybe next time I have to ask somebody who's complicated and then make some importance about them. That is the real answer is I just like them. If I like the eagle feather, I will have the eagle feather. I also like the kingfisher feather, which is also blue and turquoise. So thank you. Thank you everyone for joining.